Okay, hi everybody. So we're vlogging from London. This is Emilee. Another Ninth Bar official is her Instagram, which is how we met. So we kind of did a video of like how to properly shoot a dancer, like as a photographer, because I feel like this is something that's not really known well, and a lot of photographers struggle with this because they don't know like what's proper in ballet, and like you get photos back that like your foot's doing something weird or your leg's not straight or something, and you're like, I can't use that, it's a great photo, but if they had just corrected me, if we'd just redone that, it would have been great. So it's kind of some things we wanted to talk about, and we took kind of some sample photos of things. So there's like kind of 3 points to this. There's the technique side of ballet, there's body angles for photos, and then there's like the simplicity in ballet photos that you can use, and also like the ability of the dancer that you're using. Not every dancer can do a firebird leap or crazy things like in Jordan Matter videos, and I can't. And I get a lot of photographers trying to be like, hey, whack your foot up there, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't happen on me. So, and then you're just gonna get photos that just look really bizarre. So, to start off, I guess let's start with technique, because that's kind of the main one. So, with ballet technique, do you want to kind of talk about this?
Yeah, so
Emilee teaches ballet,
I get to little nuggets, which helps you really a lot with the basis of what you're doing. I would recommend before shooting a dancer, looking up a basic ballet technique video. There's loads everywhere, all over the place, just to kind of get a feel of what you're looking for, like what's a proper first, second, third, fourth, or fifth position, or what's the basics we teach my kids, my 3-year-olds know this and they can tell you the names. It's plie, releve, pique, tendu, passe, sauté, and échappé. We don't care about those. But essentially these 5 you can build a lot from in the different positions, and just making sure that they're done properly. So if you're doing a passe and your toe is to your knee, is the toe pointed to the knee? Is the heel touching? This is not standing tree pose in yoga. It is a proper passe in ballet. Just different things. Is the knee further back because you want the knee pushed back? You want it to be high up on your leg. All these little details that if you don't know ballet, you don't really think about. So just making sure that you know the basics, so that way you can get a proper line whenever you're shooting, because it's like any kind of architecture, any kind of anything. The line in art is really what makes it. So you want to make sure that you have the line in the photos that you're looking for, and then also you can play around with that a lot too. So
yeah, and I think one of the main things that don't get fixed in ballet photos if you don't know what you're looking for is like things like the foot being pointed like all the way through the ankle is a big one. So if you're not fully on your box, like here, let me have you show. So like if I was like this, that's not good. But you want like my foot to be like on it or over it, and like pointed through the ankle, like pointed through here is not good, but this is good.
which you see especially more in point shoes. It's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
In ballet shoes, it's not as obvious.
Yeah.
So I mean, in ballet shoes, it's easier to mess that up. So
yeah,
put the camera back.
Fine.
So,
whoops, hang on.
So just having a careful eye to doing that correctly.
Yeah, and then like the next biggest one is like having the knees straight, especially on the standing leg. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten photos like that I've had, like a lot of times it might just be my sister taking them or things, but like I'm doing an arabesque and the leg that I'm standing on, the knee is completely bent, which I have a hard time straightening my legs.
And so a lot of people do. A lot of people, it's not natural. I mean, you have people who are naturally hypermobile. That don't have
and people who are not.
Yeah, that don't have to really work for it. It just kind of happens, which is its own whole other thing. Yeah. But if you're not naturally inclined to it, it's something you can think about to get it proper.
So trying to make sure that the legs are really straight, especially through the knees, are really straight, and that the foot is really pointed through the ankle. That's going to give really good lines. And then the other big thing I think is like the shoulders, which I'm doing right now. Like my shoulders are up here, but you want a nice long line. You don't want you don't want them to be like, which I tend to do too, and I definitely lift my shoulders up. Yes,
I do this.
Really bad. My arms get really tired. So like a lot of those are kind of like the main things to like look for to fix that are part of like technique, and like not turning the foot the wrong way too. So
oh gosh, don't sickle.
Let me do a sample of sickling. This is bad. So like if I were to point my foot back and do this.
Yeah, don't do that. Oh, gross.
I know,
That's
it's
so gross.
bad. You want it more either straight or you want it winged, which is like this. That's ideal in ballet.
While we're here, turnout's a huge thing.
Oh, yes.
So you would want this standing leg. The turnout comes from the hips. So if her hips were open like that, oh gross, and which puts all the pressure on the knee and cuts this line entirely. So turn that foot out, and then turn this back leg out. So I should see that knee.
Except I don't have much turnout.
It's okay. And then hip forward, yeah, and then she can wing that foot. So I don't know if you just saw that complete and utter difference, but night and day. Then straighten that knee, all the weight on the front leg.
I'm on a slant right now too.
Yeah, I'm putting all the pressure on her. Yeah, that. Ta-da! Perfect picture.
I don't think of what else.
You got the épaulement, which is a big thing.
Yeah. And then like just getting like the right like angles in, which we did a lot of in another little bit that like we had her videoing me and then we took the same photos again, which I think is a lot of the body angles, and just getting them from the right direction. Like if someone's doing an arabesque, you like with the leg up the back, you don't want to like shoot up the back of the leg. That would just look really weird.
Yeah, no.
Nor do you really want to shoot straight on because you're not going to see the leg out the back.
Yeah, and then it's just awkward and you look like a
yeah.
amputee. Sorry.
So like there's different angles. It doesn't always have to be straight on the dancer. It can be from sides to get more body angles. Like that's the biggest thing about ballet is the lines in ballet and what the like body
I mean, it goes from your fingers all the way down to the tips of your toes. It's
the one where you did the pose that Kaylee took of you with your arms, because it looked really good how you did it and I can't do that as well as you can.
So this one?
Yeah. Like just the line of her arms there, and like it just looks really nice.
To the head. I mean,
yeah.
Depending on what you're doing, that
yeah,
would be proper, but you want your chin, your fingers can't be.
Yeah. You don't want hamburger hands like I do sometimes.
You want it to go all the way, energy all the way through your fingertips.
Yeah, all the way to your toes too. So like whatever you're doing. Well, yeah, but. So that's. Oh, you're fine. So that's kind of a lot.
It's all leafy.
That's kind of a lot of the body angles. And then like the next thing is just like a lot of photographers, like I mentioned earlier, like everybody's not going to do Jordan Matter type ballet shoots. Like that's not normal to expect that. And even some of his actually aren't that extreme of poses. It's just the situation they're in. But like most dancers you're going to work with now, a lot can maybe be good jumpers or good turners and things like that, but a lot aren't. Like I am not a jumper, and also I have a really short torso, so asking me to just do a bunch of arabesques with my leg up or a bunch of kicks with my leg up isn't the best line for me as a dancer, because I don't have the long torso to make those lines look good. So more simple poses, like even just point shoe shots and things, are like some of like, or just doing a simple tendu where you just like stick your leg out, like things where you don't have to try that hard but you still make it look really elegant and simple.
If you get the lines and the technique at all.
Those can tend to be some of the best ballet photos
for sure,
without doing super crazy moves and things like that.
For sure.
Any more notes on that you can think of?
Not really.
So that's kind of all we have right now. I mean, I may do more on this series if people like it. It just helps having Emilee because she like knows how to correct me when I can't see it. So, because even I can't tell until I go and look back at a photo and go, oh right. But so.
Stupid knee is bent.
Yeah, so. It's helped having both her and Leah, who took some of my photos here in London, because they're both like really good at catching all those things. So that's all I have for now. Bye. So clearly I am no longer in London, but just to kind of explain the rest of this video, the next little portion here is going to be the part where we shot me trying different poses and Emilee correcting them, and you can kind of see the difference immediately in a lot of these, just with the little corrections she made. So this is just kind of to help with that. And I'll try and insert the actual photos that came with that too.
Okay, can you get over farther on your front foot?
What?
Can you get over farther on your front foot? Well, no, like over farther on your box.
Am I not over it?
There, that was better. So either make it a super tight fifth or bring it into fourth. Just decide, yeah. Fourth, I think fourth looks better.
Yeah, well, I usually do it.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. That's nice. Angle your shoulders a little more towards me when you do it. Yeah, open that up. Yeah, there we go. Just remember to keep them lower. Like don't flail them. Okay, ready? No, that's like an in between. So either low for first or do a proper third. So like, or like, I'm sorry, arabesque, not third. So either, yeah, like that. That's nice. Make your fourth wider. Yeah, there you go. Hmm.
What about like a tongue?
Okay.
So like if I were to do like a tongue back.
You'll want it to be super behind you. So yeah. And then turn out that back leg. Yeah, like cheat it and then wing it. Uh-huh. Your hips, maybe it's the angle. Hold on, let me look at it. Yeah. Hips more this way. No, other way. Uh-huh. Try your whole body shifting a little.
This way?
Yes. And then wing that back foot like, yeah, like that. Put all your weight on your front foot. Mm-hmm. And then wing, yeah, there you go. Now what are you doing with your arms? Yes. Ta-da. Uh-huh. They like that, and then you can tendu the front foot. I mean, not tendu, fondue, sorry. Wrong word. Fondue the front foot, like bend your knee. No, like, go back into the tendu where you were.
Okay.
And then, yeah. But all your weight has to go on the front leg.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. And good. Okay. Uh-huh.
You can try it, I just can't hold them.
Okay. Do it again. The back foot needs to wing okay, wait. The standing leg needs to straighten at the knee. Okay. The working leg's foot needs to wing.
Okay.
Better.
I'm like looking at my shoulders, aren't I?
I wasn't looking at your shoulders, so try it again, I'll tell you. Yeah. You are.
I can't seem to figure out how to not do that.
We'll work on it when we work on stuff. It's all like, I mean, you just have to shove it.
I guess the other thing was like the simplicity of photos, like doing just a shoe shot or something. Like
yeah, just force that arch is what it's called. Yeah, like that.
Or like even just something like that.
Yeah.
So pretty, but like.
That's nice.
Or you can make it fit. Yep. I can hold it.
Just make your arms intentional. Yeah, there you go. Longer neck, you're like turtling. It was weird. There it is. Okay.
Any other like?
I think those are, that's a lot. That's a lot of good ones.
Alright, so just to wrap this video up, you could kind of see the differences there. I tried to insert the pictures as best, but we had to film first and then take the photos, so that's why some of them are slightly different. And I'm going to put in here too, just real quick, like side by side, the first arabesque that was really bad, and then like, and this was when we were taking them, so it was a completely different time, but like I did a first one that was really bad, and the second one was like instantly better, just from the corrections she gave me. So I'm going to put those right side by side here so you can kind of see that too. And then that's kind of all I have for this, but hopefully this helps. If you have questions, please let us know in the comments. Also, if you want more on this kind of series on like, I don't have the best feet to do a point shoe one, but I can also ask one of my friends maybe to help me or something, or just try my best to kind of do it on my own. Kind of more what we mean by like sickling or winged. And like, that's why when you see dancers in arabesque, like, whoops, let me swing my foot. Their foot's like, okay, I cannot show you because I can't figure it out. It's like bent like this, but it's not, like if it was like that, that's really bad. If it's out like that, it's like winged, you know, I don't know. Things like that, things like not having shoulders up, but having them down, just the posture in ballet. Like, Emilee makes a huge point in just like researching a bit before you photograph dancers. watching a class on correcting technique or something. There's tons of them on YouTube. I mean, I watch them all the time just for myself, but like little things like that. And like, yes, a dancer should be able to technically kind of correct themselves, but when you don't have a mirror in front of you, you can't really see that for yourself. So it's hard. And then you get photos back later that, or like just reviewing the photos with the dancers, even that can help. Like if you take a few and then show them and be like, hey, is there anything you want to fix about these? And then they can point out, like, say, I'd like for that to be a little different, like that knee to be straighter, that foot to be pointed leg. So if we can try and get that, and that would be a great way to do it too. So that's all I'm going to say on this because it's getting longer. So hope you enjoyed it. We had a fun time making it. I wish we were still in England, but I'm also glad to be home. So